Hello, welcome to All Systems Go. We're playing Humblewood, which is a D&D campaign that we are picking up after a 3.5-month hiatus, in which our schedules did not align. But we are back. I'll do the recap after we do character introductions because I remember the most probably, but it's still not a lot. And our character introduction question of the day is: please introduce your character and tell what the scariest moment of their life so far has been. Whoever's ready first can go.
I'll go because I think I'm the only one who has a solid answer to unconfidential answer to this. So I'm Sarah. I play the bard Mungojerry Corriefeather. He is a Gallus, which in Humblewood means that he is a rooster and or chicken, depending on the day and how high up he is. So the scariest day of Mungo's life was when his wife Clotilde died, and that's the origin of his fear of heights. So that's why he is grounded as a character. So that means he doesn't like being up higher than like 2 feet off the ground. So yes, bandits attacked. He and his wife were in the branches, and she fell to her death, and thus that is the scariest day of his life. Popcorn. Anybody else?
I can go.
Logan.
Thank you. I am Logan. I play Bohuckle Corriefeather, esteemed nephew to the great Mungojerry. This is the first time learning he was married. Let's see. I'm also a Gallus. I'm a blue chicken.
Before you were born.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm from the sad town of Ashborough, R.I.P. Let's see, the scariest day in my life. There's probably been a number of them, but one of them would probably be when Rutherford stole the stone last time, because he had already lost it once and terrible things had happened, so he thought that he had lost it again and something terrible was about to happen. Turns out his friend had just betrayed him.
Okay. All right. Betrayed is a strong word, more like.
Popcorn Connor.
Okay. I play Rutherford Babbington. He is a delightfully roguish and rakish arcane trickster of the Vulpin sort. So he is our fox thief of the group, and probably the scariest moment in his life was the first time that he ever woke up in a creek. He was laying there, no idea where he was, what was going on. Something had happened to him, and he just like woke up frightened in this bed of the creek and was bleeding out of a few different wounds in his body and just absolutely no memory of what happened to him at all. He could barely form words. It was a very, very kind, the pigeons are called what, Abby? Luma, yes. It was a very kind Luma woman who came and rescued him from the creek and helped bandage his wounds. He thought he was waking up to death and then was going to be back to sleep very shortly afterwards. I guess that leaves us with Popcorn Sean.
Yeah. Last but not least, my name is Sean. I play Ori Whitewing, who is a Strig, which are the owl people of this world. And Ori is a warrior and a wanderer and a forest man, forest bird. And I would say probably one of the scariest moments of his life was when he started receiving visions of these strange catastrophes that are plaguing the world. Ori hasn't always led a clean life, we'll say, And so he was worried that some of his past misdeeds had come back to haunt him quite literally. But through the help of some of the deer people, the servants, he started to realize that these visions could actually be something maybe not good, but helpful. And they weren't just sort of a malicious curse or haunting happening upon him.
Perfect. As for brief recap, I'm pretty sure that Mopoc of the Month was the session before last. So I think you all had come back, were coming back from instating Mopoc of the Month at the Bandit Fortress and making a deal there. And then we had a good amount of downtime in which each of you did different things. Bohuckle opened an orphanage soup kitchen. Mungojerry, I think, performed a lot. Did you do anything else?
The
of
street
note?
kids and I
Oh, the
became-
street kids.
I think the street kids and I worked out like a network, information network,
Yep.
and then I got some items, I think. And I tried to talk to Bohuckle about like get more information like on the rock and like this thing and like what happened at Ashbarrow, and I don't think I was extremely successful in uncovering that at all. We had like a little uncle-nephew tea time.
Rutherford tried to find Riffin, and Riffin's gone mysteriously missing. And Ori went on a meditative jaunt into the woods and disappeared for a time. You also all went shopping and picked up various items, of which we will see, I'm sure, used imminently. And at the end of the session, the Birdfolk Council summoned you. And basically told you the story that Tevor had told them about this huge creature that's attacking the tenders in the Scorched Grove, and they want you to go exterminate it. I'm pretty sure it was Bohuckle who negotiated for the fantastic price of 25 gold pieces to do this extermination. And you all met Tevor, who's a very shy Luma, and Havel, his partner, who is, I don't know, frail-ish Gallus, who's the leader of the tenders. And Tavor told you that he is going to take you there, and you, I think, decided that you wanted to just go the fastest route possible, which is good, or fine. And Ori fell in love with the tenders and decided that he wanted to be a seedling. So he, I think, took the oath.
I
I'm pretty
did, yeah.
sure.
I am part of the tenders now.
And the
I
tenders
think
have
I'm a sapling, not a seedling.
I know, you're a seedling.
Ori
You keep trying
refuses.
to say that.
Ori does not accept that. He just corrects everyone anytime they say seedling.
And I think that's it. You all, Logan / Bohuckle had said goodbye to Tina and Iggy, who are running the orphanage soup kitchen.
Do you remember what it's called?
No.
It
What
had
is
a
it
funny
called?
name. I don't remember, but it was funny.
If you don't remember, then it doesn't count. You have to come up with a new one.
Tina and Iggy will have changed the name by the time you get back.
That's true.
They were very sad to see you go. You left. I think you gave them like a writ that said like 30% goes to you, 30% goes to you, and then 40% gets split up between Tina and Bob's 7 children. Something like that.
Sounds like something I would do.
And you all set off. Is there anything you want to do before you actually leave? Now that we're back.
Why
Now we
would
just
we
need to
want
get on the road.
Yeah. I'm sure we're fully prepared.
We've got a shadow demon to kill. A demon of shadow and flame.
Mungojerry will come back the white.
You all set off on the road. I just get my tabs all ready to go.
I can't believe somebody would come to this stream unprepared without having tested everything. Doesn't sound right.
We're always perfectly prepared for this stream at all times.
Yeah. And you all set off to the Scorched Grove. You're going to, I think it was described as kind of the tip of the southern tip of the Scorched Grove. But it'll be slightly north of Ashborough is where Tevor is taking.
We just go back and forth and back and forth.
I know.
You shit talk Winnowing Reach last time, so you're not going through there.
We
Instead,
do
you're just
hate
cutting
Winnowing
through
Reach.
cutting through the forest. And you set off. It's pretty uneventful. You see kind of the same thing coming into the forest.
Chat.
Are we back, actually? It looks like we are.
We're back. It's like nothing happened.
Yay,
look
it's
behind the curtain.
working!
There we go.
Okay. Can chat please tell me where it cut off?
I think you're about to start the story of Tenders.
Was I supposed? But did I introduce that? We're gonna.
Tenders?
Yeah. Okay. So you all are going back to the Scorched Grove, north of Ashborough. Great. You leave. It's uneventful. Nothing's changed. Second day starts. Tevor goes to Ori and is like, Ori. Because you're a seedling now. A
Tevor.
seedling.
A
it's
sapling?
Not a sapling. No, a seedling.
I'm pretty sure when I signed up it was sapling, but that's okay. It's
Nobody ever
split the
signs up
difference.
as a sapling. You always
fine.
start as a seedling. You'll get
Don't worry
promoted
about it.
fast, but not if you're cocky.
I would never.
Anyway, we have a Tender's Telling, which has been handed down through generations and generations of Tenders. Have you heard it?
I don't believe I have.
I mean,
The tenders they're not. You don't meet as many as you think you would.
you don't meet as many as you think you would. That's because we're out in the parts of the forest nobody else wants to be, taking care of things. Anyway, it's a rite of promotion to retell the story. So if you can tell me the story right now, you can be a sapling.
Okay. I'd like to make a roll to see if I actually do know this
Okay.
tale.
Yeah, roll history.
Okay, yes, I would like to roll history. Can I make any arguments for myself here? I don't think I can. I have a beautiful -1 in history. 15!
Oh, wow!
Next to that, scary red 0. But the 15's all that matters because it came first.
Okay, it goes seedling, sproutling, sapling. So sapling is 2 promotions. Great. So
I
he's
said split
kind
the difference.
no, you can. He's kind of messing with you, but you don't run into as many tenders as you think you would. But you do run into some tenders. And
Yeah,
you
I've
have
traveled pretty widely,
you've
so.
traveled pretty widely, and you've heard them tell this story before. They love to tell it around campfire. Or to anyone who will listen, because it kind of like pushes their cause. And you recall what I sent you.
Cool. Would you like me to read it out
I
loud?
would like you to read it.
To
Tell
Tevor?
Tevor what the story is.
Well, well, Tevor, I might be a little rusty, I'll admit, but even though I said there aren't many tenders that you meet around these days, I am a bird of the forest, and I have traveled far and wide, even to the places that many don't want to go, such as where you find tenders. So let me recount this tale to you. Long ago, birdfolk thought they could stop forest fires from devastating the wood by using powerful otherworldly magics. But the plan backfired. Their magics only fueled the flames, and the grove was totally consumed. But by the grace of the amaranthine, the birdfolk were able to lull the blaze into a quiet slumber. Though the flames were contained, the act unbalanced the elemental forces of the wood for generations. This is why only gentle magics are used to help the earth heal. With nature, the slow way is the right way.
Very nice. Make a persuasion check.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Are you saying I shouldn't cast my ninth level plant growth?
Tevor listens to your story and he like nods along. He's like, well, it does seem like you know it, which is, I mean, I wasn't lying. That is what you need to do to get promoted, but unfortunately, I don't actually have the power. You have to. I'll put in a good word for with Havel though.
Thank you,
And we can
Devor.
have
That's
like you a
very
whole set.
kind
You
of
get
you.
you get a scarf and things. It's a very. We
Oh.
can make it very formal.
I always need a new scarf. Well, that sounds great. But are we, or rather, do we have a plan once we arrive in the Scorching Grove?
I'm gonna take you to where the tenders died. I escaped. And then we're gonna figure it out. More
Okay.
accurately, you are going to figure it out, and I will be there.
Yes. Well, your assistance will be invaluable, but we will be sure to take the lead. Make sure to return you safely back to Alderheart. Well, this was a lovely moment, but I think the Scorched Grove waits for no bird
We've been
or humble
walking this
folk.
whole time.
Have we?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You turn around and Mungojerry is like right there. He's been writing down the sacred stories.
It's not secret or sacred. Well, I mean, maybe it's sacred, but it's not actually a secret.
The gentle way is the best way with nature.
Don't try to make any changes, Mungo.
Well, I mean, it could use a little flair here and there, but overall, it's pretty good.
It doesn't really have a good cast of characters.
It's true.
There are no characters.
It has no cast. We got to have at least one hero.
We need a way to act it out, you know. You can't just be reciting things all the time. Maybe add a
That's just
little
not the proper
rhyme in
story.
there, you know,
Oh,
tree,
a nice little
free.
jig right there in the middle.
Right,
I don't
great,
know.
great.
I don't know if we want to add a dance, but characters could be nice.
Oh,
play.
there'll be people playing the trees. It'll look great.
I'll have to see it, but it sounds good.
It'll be good for a company, you know, for the company retreat.
For the company retreat.
For the rest of the trip, I want to help Mungojerry compose this better version of the story.
We'll have Bohuckle play the flames.
Yeah.
Wow. Rude.
How do you feel about that?
Don't worry, I'll give you. You'll get a great song and dance number for the flames. You're integral.
You're the main antagonist.
Every good story has a villain.
maybe we'll say why the villain. We'll get into the backstory a
I
little
just
bit.
need the motivation,
Yeah,
Gotta get
maybe
they
someone
can't
stole
relate to
his
me.
stone
Sympathetic.
and betrayed by his closest friends, the elements.
Just stabbed right in the back by the foxy elements.
Okay, yeah. We'll let those
Great.
two work on that.
I have also remembered that we received 4 incredibly great prophecies last time.
You
Ooh, we
did
did
receive
receive
4
4
incredibly
prophecies.
great prophecies last time.
Also, we have 2 writing bugs. Can we be writing the writing bugs?
There's so many of us.
You have to create the writing bugs, right?
did I
Like
not
you have
make
to
them?
pull them off of your
Oh.
yeah. And then you'll have to deal with them. So you have to
Oh,
choose.
Okay, all of this makes more sense now. Okay. Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait on the writing bugs.
While you make your way through the tranquil forest, it's starting to become afternoon, and you start to see through the trees what looks like a blazing fire off in the distance. Um, you can see like the flickering flames, kind of, cresting the horizon as you approach. Um, you can decide what you want to do with that information.
Like out in the scorched grove or
No,
trees
in the
and
forest.
is it like horizon spanning? Or
No,
just like a little
it's
bit?
just like a little, like you would think it was a torch, except it's more significant than a torch.
Oh, we have to go investigate.
Yeah,
Yeah, charge ahead, man.
There's probably just a campfire and we can
Tender's got
scold
a
them for
tent.
being irresponsible.
This is a
True.
prime opportunity to scold somebody.
I will simply not
But
pass
don't
it on.
scald them.
They've already scalded themselves. We're just here to add insult to the injury.
As you approach and look closely, you notice the flames kind of look like they're the shape of a bird folk. Like I think a corvum. The flames are like corvum shaped. And
This is some weird magic.
Mm-hmm.
it looks
Seem
like
gentle magic.
it like wanders from tree to tree, and like you can see it like grasping at stuff, and then it'll like sit down and put its head in its like wings, and then it'll get up and like walk from tree to tree again.
Is it
And is
catching
it
things on fire?
setting them? Yeah.
Nothing is on fire other than it presently, but you
Okay.
can see that the branches around it are like there's a little bit of smoke.
Now, is it a corvum on fire or made of fire?
Make a nature check.
Oh, okay. I'm very, very smart. 9.
You think it's a corvum made of fire.
Okay. Well, corvums, even if they're made of fire, can speak. Let's go talk to it and tell it to stop. Or we can bring it water and dunk it in water.
Hello.
Oh, yoo!
As you approach,
Screaming.
screaming, it appears unaware of your presence. You see it like kneel down to its knees, and it continues to like grasp at something in the underbrush. And as it grasps, you can see the plant like burn away. But the forest is pretty green here, so it doesn't seem like anything is like actually catching fire at the present.
He is actually making contact with things. He's not like, I don't
Phasing
know, a
through
fire
leaves.
ghost that's like not
He
able to touch stuff.
he is burning things.
Okay.
But like, are leaves moving?
No.
Oh.
And then every time he grabs at something, he like shudders and then starts to like ghost cry. And then no.
The very
15 seconds
strange
later.
state of affair.
What are you doing over there? You're just digging around in the leaves? You can't be doing that. You're catching on fire.
He doesn't respond.
Does it look like he can see?
Make a perception check.
Could cast
You
blindness
know, like,
on him,
I'll
but I
Insight
know he
check.
can't.
I
I'll
don't know.
circle around him and, do
No,
something.
he doesn't react to that.
Okay. Well, that's extremely rude. That was my best jig.
Can I look around in the brush, sort of like it, and see if I can find anything that it's
Yeah.
looking for?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, well, my eyes have some smoke in them from the journey. If anyone wants to help me look around.
Or I'll help you there. Nothing gets past keen-eyed old Mungo.
I don't need you. 11.
Insult to injury.
You find like these bushes that it's touching has little berries on it. There's like mushrooms growing on trees that are around. Small patches of flowers, but you don't find anything of note.
Oh, well, maybe he's hungry and he's looking for food, and that's why he's crying. I'll make him a stew. I'll drop the little fireplace and start cooking.
Are there any like villages nearby or anything that we would know about? Like little.
Mm, Make a history check.
Oh, does somebody want to help me? Think back. I'll ask Mungo. Yeah, I'll be like, Mungo, we've traveled this way before. Are
Yes,
there
Ori,
any little
we
villages
truly have.
nearby?
Yes,
Let's
I
put our
think-
heads
I think,
together. Two heads are
we
better
went
than
last
one.
time we walked through. That was the time when I ran into the boar.
Oh
Ooh.
yes, I don't need you either. Get out of here.
I'm just an emotional support rooster.
Actually, you're dragging me down. If you. But I like to use you as a sounding board. Thank you for listening.
All right, it's fine. Old Mungo.
I guess the reason I'm asking that is I was thinking like, could there have been a nearby village where something happened, and this is like a ghost from that village, or like a spectral resonance from that village? But whatever you feel like a natural 20 would give me, I'll
Yeah.
take.
Natural 19.
Natural
Shut up.
19
It's a natural 20. It's a
is not
dirty
an automatic.
19.
Dirty 19. There are small villages nearby. Nothing like on top of you though. Like things would be I don't
Nothing
know,
super
like,
close.
No, maybe an hour or two walk away.
Okay.
I think you do think you're pretty close to where one of the villages buries their bodies, though. Maybe you attended a funeral at some point that was out here in the woods.
Okay. I'll tell the group, I'll be like, so there's no villages nearby specifically, but this used to be, and somewhere near this area used to be a burial site, or maybe still is. I think this is some sort of ghost. I'm wondering if it's a corvum that got burned in the grove, maybe in one of the fires. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Can I conjure my mage hand and touch the corvum with the mage hand?
You can conjure a mage hand, and the mage hand goes through the corpse.
Goes through. Okay.
Yeah.
Does mage hand go through us?
No.
No.
No, okay. Oh, well.
But you're a man of the cloth.
Well, yeah.
Right, put it to rest.
Well, you've got to give me an 8-hour rest to do that. You can't just willy-nilly do a ceremony. You gotta...
What are you talking about? Just say some words.
Proper rites. No, it's very official. And I don't walk around with a ceremony prepared. That would be a waste of preparation.
Well, we can't just let this burning Corvum ghost set this place on fire eventually.
No, that's why I'm making stew to feed it. If you can't
Yeah.
banish a ghost, you gotta feed it, and then it'll get sleepy and go to bed.
I'm gonna look for that graveyard.
Can I
Anyone want to
ritual
join me?
cast detect magic while I'm cooking this stew?
Yeah.
You got 10 minutes before I give you probably not a lot of information.
Okay, I'd like to scout the surrounding area. I guess I'm looking for like a disturbed grave, maybe,
Yeah.
or something
Make
that would cause an
a
unrestful spirit.
investigation check.
Anybody want to join me or take the lead
Sure.
on that?
Rutherford will circle the area clockwise and you go counterclockwise, and together we'll come to a conclusion.
We got it.
15 is good. Rutherford, you almost on the way, like Ori's almost met you in your big circle motion. And you find a bush that is the same type from what the specter is like grasping at further away. And cover like that bush is kind of covering some reeds that are covering a grave site, like wooden grave marker.
Hmm.
And around that bush are bluebells that are growing.
I'm sure that means something to somebody who's of the cloth, but Rutherford will pass that information on to Bohuckle and Mungo and Ori, because he doesn't know what to do with. He would probably just loot the body, but that doesn't feel appropriate given the context, so we'll let other people deal with it.
Ori
found
will
a
maybe
body?
take a cutting from each of the plants. We'll take like a snip of bluebells, a snip from the bush, and some of the reeds. Just have them on hand, and then they'll make their way back. We'll ask
they were
the
gone.
religious man.
Wait, did you find a body? I was reading something. Or
There's
did
a
you just
grave
find
marker.
There's a grave marker. Okay, with flowers.
But it doesn't
Okay.
seem disturbed, like nothing's been
No.
unearthed.
While they're gone, I feel like Mungo has whipped out his tea, and he is sitting there. And
Don't
I
scald
just,
him now.
when it gets cold, he just sticks it close to the warms right back up again. But he just wants to sit there and like watch and observe what exactly this Corvum is doing. Like if he ever moves from the spot, and he wants to gather like whatever information he can of like he's looking for a small object because he keeps doing like little motions. He's like digging, or he's, like you said, grasping, but like just like whatever he can grasp from
Yeah.
the charades.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
22. Yeah, this Corvum is grasping like at this bush. But the more you watch him, he's not actually like trying to grab the bush. He's trying to grab something around the bush, and the bush just happens to be catching on fire because he's like passing through it.
Can I see if there's anything there?
There's not.
Okay. Well, this Corvums may have got a little bit of a screw loose, but he seems to be looking for something around this bush, or underneath of it, I think. Does he bear any resemblance to the missing Corvum that we know a little baby Ash Knight is looking for?
I don't know if you
Gallivanting
know what
around.
that guy looks like.
I feel like I've seen a picture of him, but I didn't know if that was my
I don't
Sarah,
think our
or if that
characters
was
have
yeah,
seen
or if
him.
that was your characters.
He is this Corvum is not how you imagine Griffin's friend to look like.
Yes. Okay. Great. And he has not moved. Like he is solely focused on this one spot the whole time. He is not like turned.
He's like adjusted, but he's focused on this bush.
Okay.
Around this bush. In the bush area.
I don't know. I kind of like him. He's a little bit handy. Warm up my tea.
You can see there's some fallen leaves on the ground around him that have started like actually burning.
I
Put
pour
those
tea on
out.
that.
Yeah.
Just every now and then I take my teapot and I like splatter water everywhere. Dampen the earth.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Sure.
Do I detect any magic?
No.
I told you.
Okay. Me and Rutherford get back, and I'm carrying a really shitty bouquet.
Oh, Ori, you shouldn't have.
Wait, no. This isn't for you. This is maybe for the ghost or for Bohuckle. We did find a
For
grave.
me? We're like
No.
sort of busy at the moment.
No, well, it's for you to do some sort of ritual to send this spirit on to the next realm. We found a grave that seems like maybe it's connected. It's the same bush that it's looking at the grave site. And then it also had these bluebells and some reeds. So I just took a snipping of stuff just to.
Oh, well, hold
You
up
know.
a bluebell. Get under the bush and hold a bluebell up and see what he does. He's reaching through the bush,
Can I tell what type of bush this is?
It's a gooseberry bush.
It produces food.
Yes.
No, he's hungry. He's rummaging around the bush. Okay, I'm gonna bring the stew over and I'm gonna hold up a little ladle. I made this for you, and I'm gonna hold it up to the thing. Okay, come on.
He passes through your spoon. I think
Yeah, that's
as
good, and I'll pour it
yeah,
out when it's
and
inside
as it
of his
pours out,
body.
you can see it like start to boil and bubble, and then like char and burn, and then it like passes through his ghost body and hits the ground, and is like, I don't know, burn soup.
Eat up.
Bohuckle, what are you
What?
doing?
I'm
Stop wasting
feeding
your
him.
time. You're wasting the food too.
Well, you brought those flowers. Give me those. I snatched the flowers. It is what you want. I'll hold the brandish, the
Doesn't
flowers.
react.
I'm telling you, it needs to be under the bush. Go lie down under
Okay.
the. Get under the branches
I
there.
get down under the bush with the ladle, and I pour the soup under the bush. When nothing happened, I'll put the flowers under the bush.
Nothing happens. He's still doing the same thing. He like, I don't know. He is not grabbing under the bush, so the flower is there.
Yeah.
You put it like next to the bush, and that seems like where he's grabbing at, but nothing
Uh-huh.
happens.
All right. Well, I think we have to dig this spot or something. I don't know. There bones in there?
I mean, I could, I don't know, do some words or something, tell him to go to sleep, but
I think that right now we're lacking the means to communicate with it. So if you have some ability to communicate with it, that would be
no, I
quite
meant
helpful.
speak to the world and have the world communicate with it.
That's great,
oh,
even if we have to go through a third
I'll
party.
Okay,
You take 1 point of fire damage.
rude. I'm down there to the bush.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak to the bush as I can.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
you
Mr.
interpret
Bush.
their responses. The bush, you speak to it.
Yeah.
What do you
Say,
say?
Hey, what do you think is happening to you? This was a strange corpse. He's on fire. He's burning you.
Help me! I'm dying.
Oh my god. Okay, I stand up. I got this. I cast Turn Undead as my channel divinity on this.
That's not gonna get rid of it.
Quickly.
It's gonna make it some other bush's problem.
Okay, what does it need to do?
I guess it gets to make a saving throw.
It does, yeah. None of you are undead, right?
Well,
Last time I checked.
Not yet.
It makes a saving throw. That is 13, I believe.
Wisdom?
Probably.
We'll say wisdom.
Wisdom.
How
Okay.
wise is a ghost?
It picks itself off the ground starts screaming and goes sprinting through the woods, leaving like
Oh
I don't
God.
know cinders
Fire
fly behind
footsteps.
it. Yeah.
Down by the bush. I say, you're safe now. You want to come back. That rude bird
Okay.
can't hurt you anymore.
Rutherford, why don't you go investigate that other bush in the grave and go with
Oh,
Mungo.
Oh.
You two
Hello.
go.
You could not decide who would be good to take.
And then I grab Bohuckle and his ladle and his soup, and I say, we're keeping an eye, and Tevor, and I say, we're keeping an eye on this ghost, and we're making sure it's not setting anything on fire. And as he's going, Ori's like stomping out the little cinders and everything. He's like, I'm gonna be a sapling in no time. Tending, I'll tend to this forest.
Wait, is Havel with us, or is it just...
No, just
Okay.
Tevor.
Tevor, you stay here and you protect this bush with your life.
No!
Yes, I'll go with you. Someone protect this bush.
We've got to make sure. Tevor, what if something happens to Tevor while we're not here?
what
Havel
if
will have
something
my head.
Emotionally
The bush
delicate.
will look after you, and you look after the bush. No, don't let anything happen to it.
Bush
Uh,
can't even defend itself.
So now what's going to happen is we're going to chase the ghost, which is still currently fleeing from me.
Yep.
You just push it further and further
Yep.
away.
That's fine.
Great.
Ori doesn't know how any of this works.
This spirit is also significantly faster than you,
Well, that's fine. We're going
at
at a regular
Solving-
pace.
but he's easy to track because you can see
Perfect.
this
Yeah,
slowly
exactly.
burning
Um,
things in front of you.
And once he's out of sight, it turn undead stops, I think. Doesn't it? Something like that.
I don't know.
Who knows?
It seems like
You
they've
should
got
Definitely-
it
definitely
under
not you.
control. Take me to this other bush.
Yeah. So we go over to the other bush, and I mean, we start digging stuff up, right?
Nice.
Desecrating the grave?
Maybe
We
don't
have
desecrate the grave.
What else are we supposed to
Preserve
do?
the root ball of the bush.
You just
Oh,
look
Monk.
around. See if there's anything on the
already looked
ground,
at it.
any special
You're
items.
not even here. All right, Mungo. So
Who
we're
are
gonna
we
go.
talking to right now?
Mungo,
You
we're
chose
supposed to go
wrong,
and
Sean.
dig up this bush.
You are a obsessed fool.
I feel like people are mad at us, but I don't really care because they must be, chasing it.
I hear whispers on the wind of
Yeah, so
someone
it's,
with some
don't mind them.
discontent, but it's
we're
none of
we're
our
perfectly
problem.
capable.
Yes.
Uh,
So, how would you approach digging up this bush? I believe that's what they want us to do. Yes.
Yes, they certainly want us to dig up the bush and then also maybe dig up the grave.
Mhm, yes.
I think we just gotta. He says, I'm no expert, but I think you need to go around it. Just like keeping the stem intact, but we just kind of stab around the perimeter of the bush.
All right.
Shovel, one might say.
Ex-
We
don't have a
begin a
shovel.
perimeter stabbing maneuver.
Okay.
Yep.
You do that.
Great.
Roll an athletics check.
No, you don't have to roll an athletics check to perimeter stab a bush.
And we, who wants to? Mungo will get in there, and he's like, "Okay, now you lift the bush and you move it on over, and you say, sorry, we'll put you right back."
Okay.
Does
So you're
does Mungo have the
de-rooting
same thing? The seed speech?
Nope.
Just talking to a plant.
You're getting this bush out of the ground is what's
Mhm.
happening. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And clearing the way to look at what's underneath of it and in the grave.
Yeah. So you pull this bush out of the ground, given some time. And you can hear your friends like chasing this spirit through the woods, frantically.
Oh, they're having a grand old time.
Yep. You pull the bush out, and you can now see slightly better the grave that was next to it, covered in reeds, and you can push the reeds aside.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
I say,
done.
so
Easy.
sorry, don't mind us. We're just, we're just taking a little check, a wellness check to make sure everything's going okay. Down there.
An audit, one might say.
An
Up
audit.
in the grave.
Get your clipboard out.
Make a perception check.
Of course, I would love to. Do you want to help me with that?
Um,
Rutherford, or no.
Do I want to help you, or do you want to help me? I have +2.
I have 4.
Yeah, so I will help you perceive.
Great. Yeah, I take a moment while I'm saying, so sorry. Don't mind me. I'm just taking a quick little peek. You'll be right as rain beforehand. And I will kind of, take a second glance before I perimeter stab the grave. 21.
Okay, perfect. It's just like a wooden, it's not labeled, it's just a wooden grave marker that is stuck in the ground, and it's like, I don't know, a foot tall and spiked on the top. That all seems normal. The reeds were kind of like tented up on top of it. And you can see, now that you've moved the reeds, there's like a glint of something blue in the dirt.
I will pick up the shiny thing.
Yeah, and you dig out the shiny thing, and it's like a little blue glass vase that has some kind of dead plant matter in it that's been buried and is decomposing.
Is it dead because it's old, or dead because it caught on fire?
Dead because it's old.
So just to be clear, there's no body.
Well, we
There's
haven't
just a
dug
vase.
up
You
a
haven't
grave
dug the
properly.
grave
Yeah.
up.
Okay, I was thinking it was just like reeds over a body. Okay,
No.
got it. Stick the
Reeds
bluebells.
tented onto the marker.
Got it. All right. Well, we take the shiny blue vase, and I'll stick the bluebells in the blue vase, because that just seems like the right color combination.
Uh-huh.
And I will keep digging.
Okay, where's the vase?
I've put it right next to the marker because I think that looks real nice.
Okay, perfect. You're digging?
Yeah, I'm feng
Okay.
shui. I'm adding a little feng shui here.
Yeah, make an athletics check, and then we will swap over.
Great. 15.
15. Yeah, you are digging. You're like on your hands and knees, just like digging this grave up.
Don't mind
Uh,
me.
Ori and Bohuckle, you're chasing this spirit through the woods, and all of a sudden, all of the chaos stops. Like the trail stops, nothing's on fire. Everything's hunky dory.
Well, that went great. Oh, well, I know you're so surprised, Bohuckle, that your voice has been stolen out from under you. But I do
All he needed
appreciate the
was
silence.
some good food and a quick run.
Quick food and
Exercise.
some exercise to burn it off.
Yes. I feel like such a good tender right now.
Another day saved. Got that plant.
I'll
had better
just
be there when I
stamp
get
out the
back.
rest of those cinders, and we'll just go check on the rest.
Hobble? No, not Hobble.
Kevor.
Hevor. Hevor? How was that plant?
Oh, the plant's good. He's over here. I don't know. I can't talk to the plants, but he seems like he'll survive.
What kind of tender can't talk to a plant?
You're not a tender.
You don't know that.
I
But
do.
I could just recite your speech, and if he did it that poorly and got 1 promotion, I could get at least 4. Anyway, where are the others?
They went off that way.
Woohoo! I scream Mungojerry's name. Then I'll stop up.
You hear, I'm under here!
Go over as I see you.
And you just
Halfway
see like,
into a
my
grave.
crest. Yeah, in a grave.
What are you digging a grave for?
What are you digging up a grave?
What are you digging a grave for?
Well, I just figured it was good to take a little peek and make sure everything
I
was
said
going
to
okay.
investigate, not exhume. Exhume the bone.
How do
What
you
is
investigate a
in-
grave
what
without
is-
exhuming the grave? That's...
Yeah, what is investigating?
You
but
investigate
exhuming?
around the
They
grave.
have a point, Ori.
But I also found this really nice shiny vase, and I stuck some bluebells in it, and I put it up by the marker, and I said, blue vase, bluebells. That's really that they should be together.
That's a good start, Uncle, but did absolutely nothing. We already solved the problem.
Did nothing.
Yep.
You did it all. Oh, you did it
Yeah,
all. Well,
we just
I'll
needed
keep
some
digging
food and a
then.
run.
It's a good diet and good exercise. Cures
Exercise
any
is
problems.
Great. Well, you didn't learn. What you didn't learn anything from him then?
No.
You just chased him off into
Well,
in existence.
He provided some encouragement.
we were like the Pacers in a
Yeah, yeah.
marathon.
Oh. Well, you'll see, Bohuckle, that we did take care to preserve the bush, which is right over there. You might want to check with him to make sure that he's okay.
Okay. Did you just dig up a bush with a knife, I presume? You just cut
Yeah.
all of its
They
roots off,
cut
and then-
They preserved the
and then
root
pulled
core.
it up, and then just threw it on the
Do you
ground.
talk to the plants to hear the plants, or you just hear passively plants around you all?
I think I like that more. There's a constant low-level plant.
Yeah, so you approach, and the most shocking thing is Mungojerry digging up this grave and being like halfway into a grave. And then you just hear a noise that's like,
Gave it tea. I'm sure that helped.
Keep digging that grave, Mungojerry. We're gonna need it. Can I?
It's
Wait, no,
fine.
you dug the
We'll
plant
just
up
put it
from on
back
top
where
of the
we
grave,
found it.
right? The
Yeah,
grave
from
site was where the
underbush.
plant. Okay. I'll comfort it until you finish, I guess. It'll be fine. I know you don't have any roots and you probably won't survive the winter, but there's a lot of plants around here, so sometimes when a plant dies, it opens up a whole new ecosystem, and then other life can flourish. That's probably no comfort to you.
Circle of life.
I think
Great.
the plant does not understand
Have I just
complex
dug
ecosystem
myself
ideas.
now a Gallus-sized hole? Am I just standing in how deep have I gone?
I think Ori and Rutherford are just watching.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's been watching this entire time.
mentally dig
I mean, how
this.
big do you want this grave to be? You just
We
You can
haven't
dig for
hit yet the
hours.
body of a Corvum.
no.
Well, did you dig on the right side of the grave? It's just a marker.
Are we sure it wasn't a cremation?
We're sure of nothing.
Look, if the ghost is dealt with, then we should just return the dirt and burn this bush or whatever it is we need to do with it now, and then just move on with our evening.
I agree.
Okay, I'll
It's
pick up the
okay.
bush. I'll put it in the grave. Say a couple of words. I didn't know him long, and his entire existence was pain from my perspective, so hopefully this will put him out of it, and then we'll bury the bush.
As you're burying the bush, he goes, "What did I do to deserve this?"
You were in the wrong spot.
It's for the greater good.
You can trust us, we're
Um,
tenders.
All right. Is there? I take a
You're
second
not a
look.
tender.
I take a second look at this vase. Is there
Huh.
anything about it that catches my eye?
It's well crafted.
Hmm.
No. There's a blue glass vase with bluebells in it.
That was the only thing that was buried that I found.
It was even barely buried. It had been like slightly buried under dirt.
Well, we're just
This
gonna
is
hope this
very
doesn't become
strange.
a problem again. One and done. We found the
Alright,
vase. We put bluebells in it.
You're right. I mean, if it happens again, we know what to do now.
Well,
Because-
we might not be passing this way again for a while. Actually, knowing us, we seem to go back and forth every few days. So
Let's jot this down on the map and swing back by on our way back.
As we, I guess, head back to where Tevor is,
Mhm.
and I'm ruminating, are there any tales or stories that I can think of that have to do with fiery ghosts or dispelling, tales of how one might dispel a ghost, kind of a thing, like a folk tale about someone who's lost love or gravesite kind of stuff.
Make some kind of check. A history check?
History check,
Yeah.
correct. Would that count as communal? In the sense, is it
Sure.
history of my race or culture?
Just roll normal and add 2.
Okay. History, we said. Yeah, so I think as we're walking back, Mungo's just muttering to himself, and he's like, there was something about grave sites. I remember it was a great little tale about a ghost boy and a girl, and he's just kind of like going through, or was it a ghost girl and a boy, or were they twins? And he's just talking through to himself. So he's like, oh, the core of them have very different kinds of burial practices. And so he gets a 17.
17 plus 2. Right?
Plus 2, 19.
I think all of the stories are like this ghost stories that we have, in that, like, if a ghost dies and it's like unfulfilled or is like missing something, it can come back as a spirit, and then that spirit wants to like be happy, and then it'll go away and like be satisfied, whatever. This is more like, if the ghosts will take on aspects of how they died,
Okay.
and it's the same thing. Like, if they were unfulfilled or like died an early death or something, then it's more likely to happen.
So cause of death, fire, unfulfilled, something to do with vase is essentially what Mungojerry is coming to.
Yeah.
Okay, great. He'll kind of just like keep that to himself. He just wanted to work it out as like we make our way back to Tevor.
Yep. Tevor is sitting next to this bush. He's like patting it gently.
It could.
Like,
One bush saved, one bush lost.
It's all about balance.
Yeah, the balance of the forest.
It's one
He
of the
says,
central
"But
precepts of
that-
being a tender.
that ghost has not come back, so your bush is safe."
For now.
I think you earned yourself a promotion.
Well, we'll table that for a later date. I think we have a grove to get to, a scorched grove.
Tevor gets up and he's like, "All right, right this way," and he like does a full 180 turn, and then another 180, and then continues on.
Seems like he really knows where he's going.
Well, we might as well trust him.
Yeah, see, sometimes to get where you're going, you need to
Take 2
not
left
know.
turns
To get where you're going, you need to go where you've been.
and then keep going.
Wisdom is flowing out of the group today.
Okay, with the survival tips, where we will take a quick 10-minute break, and then we will return, and you will get to the grove finally, and we'll see what's there.
Only good
Perfect.
things.
Only the best thing.
That's optimistic.
all are making your way towards the Scorched Grove. And near the end of the second day, you begin to exit the forest and enter the grove, which is filled with a bunch of like husks of petrified trees. There's a lot of like ash dunes kind of situation happening. And the wind feels hot, and you can see it like moving blowing the ash dunes throughout as you like look upon the barren landscape. You can see small embers like in the ash too as it blows. Like everything is actively hot and somewhat burning. And the embers kind of get swept up on the hot wind and then fade out, and it kind of gives the appearance of fireflies, but you know that it is very unnatural and bad.
Fire.
Yeah.
What way are we going, Tavor? How
Well,
far is it?
it should be around here. We popped out of the forest just up here, and he like takes you another 30 minutes, and he's like, "This is where it was."
Is there anything noteworthy about this location?
Make a survival check.
Yeah, is there any way to track the
I can
footsteps of a smoke monster?
go into tracking mode.
15 is good. You do pick up on a trail, but the trail seems there's like a disturbance in/under the dunes that you are detecting. And so like as you step, the texture of the ash like gives you perspective on the trail of whatever you're chasing. The way that you're like following the trail that you're following has softer ash.
Is it a big trail, like 10
Yeah.
feet across?
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I mean, we can try and track it carefully and maybe get the jump on it, or we could try and set a trap to attract.
What were you doing, Tavor, when it got you the first time?
Well, I was in the forest, which is how I escaped because I saw it happen, and I said,
Could see it.
"Oh my gosh, I have to go report this because now we've lost a bunch of tenders." But we were just out here. They were trying to push the ash back and make sure that it didn't like spread into the forest any further.
You weren't doing anything
What
particular.
what exactly does pushing the ash back entail?
Well, get out some brooms.
Big brooms, yeah, magic.
Yeah, magic and wind and like making.
Well, just do it again.
Well, that's not my specialty. I
Well,
was
but
here.
do you know a little?
You just got to be gentle. Little gentle magic.
We just need a little spark to attract some attention.
I don't think the spark seems like the opposite of what we need.
Well, it was a figure of
Sometimes
speech.
you have to light a spark to get rid of the spark.
Sometimes you need to extinguish the fire by making a bigger fire.
It
Anyway.
burns faster and then goes away.
I have a teensy tiny bit of magic, but only really this very insignificant. And would you believe it? I was actually here as a bodyguard, and he raises like a small spear that he carries.
I would not believe it.
I would not believe it.
Well, I believe you tried your best.
I
How
did.
many tenders were here last time? You not
3
included.
and me.
A whole 3 people. Gone. Wow. Well, the good thing there's 4 of us now.
So you just ran away even though you were the bodyguard.
Well, what they got consumed.
Well, we
by
won't
the
dwell
ash
on that
dunes.
too
You think
much.
just 'cause they don't have a body, you don't have to guard them anymore?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to know what your thoughts
We're
on that were.
litigious.
Wrong game.
Well, everybody grab some ash and start scooping, I guess. We'll just start. We're using our wings to push ash
Make
onto
a
more
ruckus.
ash.
Are you
Yeah, so
following?
are we following a trail or digging a hole? I thought we were following a trail here.
Oh, we hadn't decided.
I
We
recommend we
had
follow
found
the
the
trail.
trail.
Well, I'd laid out two plans. I said we could make a trap, or we could
Uh-huh.
follow the trail and try to ambush it.
No, follow the trail. This
All
thing
right.
could be.
I mean, if everybody wants to follow the trail, then we can follow the trail.
This could be 100 miles away by now. We need to get
Be 100
closer.
miles away, then we're not finding it with this trail,
Does
Rutherford.
the trail look any different from above, or is it just because of the text?
It might be slightly raised, but it's hard. It would be hard to tell because of all the wind and stuff. Like
Are we
it's like
assuming it's
something was in
the
and
ash?
displaced ash, and now
Mhm.
there's a bunch of soft ash that hasn't been compacted.
Okay. So if I'm 200 feet in the air, I probably wouldn't be able to see it.
No.
Okay.
Okay, let's follow this trail slowly, carefully. Keep your wits about you.
You hear that, Tevor? Yeah, wits. You gotta keep them.
I
About.
have them.
You
As
don't
many
run
as-
away
Steer
this
close.
As
time. How about
many
you
as
go
I'm
in
ever
front
gonna
this
have.
time? You gotta face your fears and your failures. You got
I-
to see all your friends eaten last time, so let's not.
I
repeat
didn't
that.
get them eaten.
They were eaten, and you did not.
Get eaten as well. Give the boy a chance.
What
here.
about
He's
some quiet while we track a beast
Well,
that
you don't
killed
even know if
people?
it had ears.
Shh.
We don't even know if it had ears.
Quiet. It could be sneaking up on us at this very moment. Now, let's go. And Ori will start to take the lead and follow the trail.
Okay.
Perfect. Clank, clank, clank. I come up behind in my armor.
Perfect.
Gaily on we
Ori,
go.
you take the trail. You follow it for a couple hours. Everything is quite barren. You see like a couple ember bats as it starts to get dark, like flying off in the distance. And the ash and like sparks continue to blow. But you follow the trail, and the trail kind of follows along the edge of the forest. So you have the forest on your right, and then like expanse of scorched grove to your left. And you carry on, and as the sun starts to set, you see off in the distance some movement, like out in a dune. Little bit of movement.
A little bit of movement.
Is there any light or flames associated with it, or is it just like shifting of the pseudo sand?
No light, but it does seem like there's a creature of some sort. Like, yeah.
Okay. Ori will turn to the rest of the group. Look, there's something in the distance moving in that dune. I'll go check it out. I want y'all to stay back a little bit, but keep close enough in case things go south. Tevor, you stay in the center of the group, I guess. I don't want you by yourself
I'll
in case you
take care
get
of
caught
Tevor.
out.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
job.
keep my both my eyes on Tevor. Don't you?
I'll try and scout out whatever's on this dune. I'll roll some stealth.
Go for it.
Yeah. I don't have.
5.
No, a 1.
A 1.
A 1.
Critical failure.
I was going to say I think we'll have Rutherford like go for it as well, and I can cast message to provide information back to the main group about what's going on as we try to be stealthy.
I think it's
Well, you
Ori's
can always
turn to be
stealth on your
swallowed.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stealth.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not upset with that roll.
Hey, if you want to be a distraction, that's fine. I'll take my 21 and go hide in some dunes.
Okay, Rutherford, you, I think, go off to the right and disappear into the forest because you're a hidey boy, and that's going to be the hidiest of the places for hidey boys.
Okay.
Ori, Tevor, as Rutherford runs off, Tevor, like, catches you and is, like, trying to give you a pep talk. He's like, alright, you're part of the Tenders, like, go prove yourself. I'm really proud of you. I'm glad to have you as my protege.
Tevor, that really means a lot to me, but I think you're misunderstanding our relationship to each other. But thank you. Just stay safe, okay? I'll be right back.
Yeah. You too. Stay safe. And have to get a bunch of things going.
Love that for us.
Yeah, Rutherford, as Ori starts sneaking towards the commotion, you get within like 60-ish feet of it, which the group is just slightly further back than that. But you've kind of like curved around into the trees. And you see the small disturbance, which you think, like, squinting, it looks like a person, like a bird folk or a humble folk kind of size. And then you also see something like moving underneath the ash around it. Quite like a large disturbance, and you can see the burning embers like being turned up on either side as it moves. And then it disappears, and the turning stops, and then it'll come back, and it's like turning around here. And as you get closer, you're stealthing and you're being quite quiet, but you can see that it stops doing like the spin around this thing, and it has started moving towards the group as a whole.
I will message back to Mungo. It's on the move. It's coming to you. So Mungo, you hear in your voice or in your head my voice, tell you that. Yeah.
Can I talk back to you, or is it just a one-way communication?
I believe it's two-way. Checking. Please hold.
I can say a short phrase back, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
A short phrase. One word. Great.
All right, boys. It looks like it's coming towards us now.
Okay, time to bodyguard.
Time to body. Yeah, Tevor, you should be out in front, I think. You having experience fighting this before. Shove Tevor in front.
It's like, well, I didn't fight it before. I don't think that you
No,
want me
I
in
don't
front. He like
trust
pulls
you.
his spear out.
You've at least seen it.
Barely, I barely saw it. It pressed it and then it was gone. Like, oh, I don't like this.
Hey,
That's
Ori's
pretty
still
fine.
sneaking ahead.
Yeah.
Sneaking.
Go ahead and move yourself a few spaces.
Oh my gosh, we're on a map.
We're on a map.
Oh, I can't select myself.
Oh no. I don't know how to fix that. I'll move you.
Yeah, I think everybody can select Mungo, and that's all I can do.
I can move mine.
Oh, I think I know. Okay, well that's fine. Well, you guys take turns. I think fix it. Or you get to there, and you see this like movement ahead of you. It's pretty fast, and like
Yeah.
you can see the cinders breaking through the ash again. And Breaking the surface ahead of you with incredible force is a creature that resembles a huge molten snake. Its scales are black and like matte, like charcoal, and between the scales is a sinister orange glow that issues from its molten core. The same glow can be seen coming from 2 points on the creature's head, resembling eyes, though whether or not it uses these to see is unclear. And it will surface.
Can a lava
Yeah.
snake see through lava eyes? These are the real questions.
These are the questions.
Wow, it's
I
a big
love
lava
him.
snake.
Oh, he's so cute.
Can I befriend the lava snake?
And he will attempt to constrict you, and that will be, and then we'll roll initiative.
I would
Does
like
an
to
11
resist
attack
the
hit? I
constrict.
don't think so.
No, it doesn't. An 11 doesn't hit. Oh my gosh.
Does he have advantage though? I don't know. Probably.
I don't think he does.
Was he sneaking? We were tracking.
It's a yeah. Okay, he does have advantage.
What?
It says that he's functionally invisible
Oh,
when he's where he was. So 24 to hit.
Okay, well that hits.
9 bludgeoning damage, and you're grappled.
Whatever.
Roll
Nine,
initiative.
a bludgeon.
large, like amphibians and reptiles keep swallowing ice.
It's true. Initiative.
I can't do initiative because I can't select my character.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Apparently,
hold on.
it's us chickens against
Yeah,
a
we're
snake.
the only ones that know how to play this game.
It's because I didn't do this. Now can you move it, John?
No.
Okay, let me recreate it. Well, 20 just had to go and change things.
So I can move? Bohuckle.
Oh, would you leave me alone?
Oh my gosh, now I can.
Perfect.
Okay, what's my initiative gonna be? Probably not great. Not good luck. Whoa! Oh my gosh, I'm so fast. Never mind.
Wow.
It's okay. You're hiding in a forest.
Ori, you get to go next.
Okay. I'm grappled.
Yes.
What does that mean again? Mean I can't. I have to do a strength check or something to get out.
Yeah,
Can I
you have to
attack?
spend your action to try to escape, which is an athletics or acrobatics check, I believe. Until the grapple ends, you're restrained, and blah 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 blah. So you're restrained, which means you have disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with that. Okay, I'll attempt to athletics. Ori, caught by surprise, will try to wrest himself from this
Nice.
snake.
15
15.
succeeds.
Okay. So I'm now free. You know, there's really no reason to hold on to this. So I'll action surge. I'll do an attack, and I'll make it a menacing attack. Right. Caught by surprise for just a second, wriggles free and rips out of the coils of this snake, grabs his axe, and he says, "We'll see if you need these eyes or not." And he's gonna smash right at the snake's little darty little magma eyes with
Okay.
his battle axe. 23.
Ooh. That should
Which
hit.
I think
Yep.
hits. Okay. So I'll expend a superiority die to attempt to frighten. I do get to add the superiority die to my damage, which I'll just roll separately. I think they're D8s. I was about to say D6, but then that seemed too. Oh my gosh. So bad. Okay, 5 damage. Then it has to make a wisdom saving throw. Which. Gosh, what is the DC for that? I have no idea. Roll and then we'll see if it's too close or just
5.
very up. So I think that obviously is gonna fail. So it's now frightened of me until the end
Okay.
of my next turn. Okay, and I don't think I'll move, so that's it.
Okay.
Wow, that damage was sad.
You've done better. Bohuckle.
I whip out my soup ladle, and then at the same time, a big glowing soup ladle materializes next to this thing, and I'm going to spiritual weapon. And then I'm going to boink it on the head with the spiritual weapon. 13.
13 misses.
He's not hungry. I guess that's a bonus action. I have a whole action. Can I bonus action spell and cantrip? Is that allowed? Yeah. Yes, perfect. I will Sacred Flame him. So he makes a Wisdom Dex save.
16.
Oof. It's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna walk up here a little bit. Okay, and put that thing there.
Mungo. Want that here?
Yeah.
All right, I forget how far I can move.
30
See,
feet.
30.
Which is
30.
6 squares.
So I can run all the way up here. It looks like, maybe.
If you pick your token up and then right click, tells you distances.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get all the way up to the. Oh, now I can do it. The row behind Ori. I will start reciting the tale of how the Vulpin god bested a dangerous snake in the olden days and give a bardic inspiration to Rutherford. Yeah. And I think I'll save my action for if I get attacked. Is that how that works? I
Yeah,
forget.
what do you want to do if you get attacked?
Stab him in the face with my rapier.
Perfect. Very good. Snake turn. The snake is frightened, so he can't move closer to Ori, but he's already the maximum closeness, so that's not
Yeah.
a problem. And he has disadvantage on attack rolls against you or against anyone. Oh, against anyone
It says
while he
all
can see
ability
you.
and attack
Perfect.
rolls while
Yep.
it's within my line of sight.
So he'll just try. I think he will move a little bit over here. Spiritual weapon doesn't actually take up space, right?
No.
Okay. And he will attempt a bite attack against Mungojerry for 21.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that hits.
Yeah. So that's 8
It
piercing
does.
damage, and you get to
Okay.
use your reaction to do your stab him in the face with a rapier.
Okay, great. So I will take down 8 points.
You did have those extras from aid, but totally gone now.
Yeah, I'm at 18 now, I think. Okay, and I get bit and I go, you think you're getting a taste of me, lava snake, and I and I'm like, how does this taste? And I stab him in the face. Oh, I get 8.
8 misses.
I don't
Does she
do
have
it.
advantage when it's frightened, or does it just have?
No, it
disadvantage?
just has
It
disadvantage.
just has disadvantage.
And then it will attempt a constrict attack against Ori for an 11.
That misses.
Perfect. That's its turn. Tevor, how fast is he? 25 feet. He's gonna get up here behind Mungojerry and he's gonna be like, yeah, stab it! Stab it in the face! I'll do it next time, but I'm too slow! Then he's gonna dodge with his action.
I was like, he cannot die. That would be very bad.
He's gonna dodge with his action. Rutherford. He's freaking out. He's running around. He looks hurt. Like he's, I don't know. He's running around, but like with a limp. No.
Ooh.
16 hits.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Those were such good rolls. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That was crazy. Max damage.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
max damage on both.
Okay, anything else? Okay. Ori.
Chat, they can't hear you, Connor. Just you.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, wow.
They can't hear us?
No, they
they
couldn't hear
can't just-
me specifically because I
Connor.
muted myself on Streamlabs.
Wow.
Okay, I stabbed him for a big old 22 damage.
Connor
A
does
lot
have
of
a thumb.
damage.
Yeah, and then I ran away like a scared little Vulpin.
Okay, I
Really
will
making a sound.
taking out or will yell out, great hit, Rutherford. Show him what you've got, and then Ori will once again follow up with another big smack to the face. And we'll see. We'll decide what I do if this hits. Okay, so another battle axe hit. 13. That misses.
13
Okay.
misses. Yep.
And as a bonus action, no. Okay, I'll wait on that. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna give him another round of ladle.
19
Touch
hit.
this.
Wow. Wow. 8 force damage
Perfect.
as I boink him on the nose.
The snoot.
Bad
on the
little snoot.
Then I will. I will. Oh God. Can I help or aid to give someone advantage? Is that how this works? I've never.
Yeah,
done
it
that.
is.
Who is gonna do more damage? Do I have to be next to that person?
No. You just have to describe how you help them.
If you're helping them fight an enemy, you have to be adjacent to the enemy that they're fighting.
I'll go up here. And then I'm just gonna get in the snake's face, and like every time it tries to turn around and look at Rutherford, I'm gonna hit it with the ladle.
Okay.
Like wave the ladle in front of its face and distract it.
Perfect.
And just cause a nuisance to make it look over here.
Yep. Great. Anything else?
Nope.
Mungo.
Help Rutherford with that.
Great. I have a question about my new ability.
Yep.
Shatter. It says that a creature takes damage, but everybody in a 10-foot radius must make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
So does that mean I'll do damage to everybody?
No.
You can
You
click
can
it.
try and position it so that it would like only get the snake.
It's also only like you could just isn't it just this? Or just the snake?
I think it's
Size,
a
I
10-foot
guess,
radius, so it would be.
Oh,
Which
it's
you
a
can
circle.
still do the 4 foot by 4
Yeah.
foot
I can do that.
in this area, centered there.
Yeah, I think you can just get the snake.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
basically you just do it a little to the side to make sure we don't get hit by the shatter.
So I don't have to move, but I'll just direct it as though it's
Yep.
a little to the
Mhm.
side. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll be like, if you don't want to take the rapier, try this on for size, and I'll use Shatter.
It succeeds its
Nice.
save. So it does half
Sad.
damage.
No, we'll
What?
let that go. We'll let that go.
Okay. But it does take
7 damage is still good.
yeah, it takes 7 thunder damage, which is good.
And then, I'll be like, take my bonus action and just yell over to Ori, and I'll be like, "It's a good day for creature hunting, isn't it?" And kind of pump him up on all the times he's rescued me from great big creatures before, and make it seem like this is just another one of those silly
Just
days.
another Ori and
like
Mungo adventure.
he's like fully equipped for this. I believe in him. It's all gonna turn out for the best.
Nice. Are you giving him
Ooh.
bardic inspiration?
Yep.
Nice. Perfect.
Can I use that for attacks?
You just have to decide to add it before I tell you if it hits or not.
Yeah, but I can roll first.
Yep. Okay. Snake turn. The snake is going to. What is it gonna do? I assume if it burrows down, then you all get attacks of opportunity. So I don't think it really wants to do that.
It doesn't want to take 3 attacks of opportunity.
Mm-mm. So, alternatively, it can still. Okay, so it's gonna do. It'll like swirl around like the snake does, and it'll starting in this space release a breath of superheated ash
Oh, great.
Classy.
in a cone that's like this.
Great.
So you all in there need to make dexterity saving throws.
Ooh, dexterity saving.
Just another
Wow.
day.
Wow.
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 All we can hope is for a low damage roll.
Okay, so Tevor succeeded, so he takes
Ah.
half damage.
What a good bodyguard.
What a good bodyguard. But the rest of you take 15 fire damage.
15?
Wow.
Wow.
I only got 3.
Yeah,
It
it's
was a
rough.
good roll. I have 4 health left. Oh my god.
Me too as well, man.
that's his
oh,
turn.
jeez. Fuck you.
Tevor is gonna be like, oh Jesus, I don't know about that. He's gonna walk up. He's gonna be like, ah! And attack it with a spear. Oh, wow. Good job, buddy. He crits it for 7 damage.
Oh my
Good
gosh,
job,
wow. His crit is 7 damage. That's sad.
-1 strength.
And that's his turn.
Right, yeah, he's a
Rutherford.
bodyguard with -1 strength.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Okay.
Rutherford, we're counting on another 22 here.
Yeah. We'll see what we can do. Let's. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move over to here, and then attack with my short bow. Ooh, 9 to hit. That's not good
Misses.
at all.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I had bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm gonna roll that.
Oh, no!
That's also not very good. Okay, so 10 to hit does not
Nope.
hit. Oh, lordy, bonus action. I will dash and come over here and like try and pat out the flames on the raptor a little bit.
Perfect. They look like a tender. They're like a tender, a wayward tender
Well,
who found themselves in a very bad situation.
wayward no more.
Ori.
Question.
Yeah.
Ori, don't you have a passive skill that protects people once you're adjacent to them? Next to them on the...
I
don't
can
remember.
impose disadvantage on attacks
Oh, okay.
using my
All right,
reaction.
you already did that then.
No, but a breath attack is not something
Does
I
not
can
count.
impose disadvantage
Okay.
on. Yes, that does not. Okay, so Ori will bop this snake once again and use his battle axe. He will also roll bardic inspiration because that did not good.
17 does hit.
I will take. With that hit, I will do another menacing attack. I think that's still the best option. So we'll 7 slashing plus 5.
12 damage.
And then it's got to roll for a wisdom save. The DC for that is...
Probably more than 11.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I think it's 13.
Nice.
Okay, so he's frightened again. Then with that, I will also use my second wind. I'll heal myself. Let's hope for a good amount. 5! I'll heal myself for 5. Okay.
Better than 0. Bohuckle.
I will. Spiritual weapon. I will. Bless? How many people bless attack? 3? I will bless us 3.
Okay.
And then I will spiritual weapon. God. Oof, okay. I think I can add a d4 to that. But,
I don't
10,
think an
10
11 will hit.
misses.
right? And then... I can move within its reach, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of cone territory.
Oh, true.
I think there is fine.
Mungojerry.
Great. Remind me what bless does?
So
Gives
when
you-
you make an attack or a ability check, you can add a d4 to it.
Or
Does it
saving
apply to
throw.
saves too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or saving throw. Not ability check.
Great.
Attack or saving.
So I will. Ori, you have 4, right? Health.
Well, now I have 9.
You have 9 health. You're within my reach, though, so I will reach over and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Okay. And then hit points equal to 1d8 your spellcasting modifier.
It's fine.
Yeah. It rolled low, fortunately. But thank you all the same.
And then with that, I will also kind of try to get out of. I won't disengage, but I'll try to make it so we're not so
Yep,
concentrated.
Yeah.
And I'll give Bohuckle some bardic inspiration,
Thank you.
and I'll be like, "This is the time to set things right." In the field of ash, kind of a for Ashborough type of a
Tell you about the
motivational
plan.
speech.
Yeah, Ashborough.
If you aren't next to me, I can't defend you. That's the only thing that I just remembered. That's up to you.
Fine. I go back. I do a little 1-2, and I like think I'm psyching
You
him
kick
out, but
around
I'm
and
really
you-
just unsteady on my feet with my 3 HP. And so I just go, oh, oh, you can't get me. kind of a,
The blood loss is getting to your
yeah.
head.
For sure.
And I'll be done.
Perfect. Okay. Gonna see if his breath weapon recharges.
Better not.
And it does. So he's gonna do
Oh my fucking
Classic.
god.
That's terrible.
Classic.
Why not? When it worked so well the first time. Everybody
some
in there
Crispy
make
tenders.
crispy tenders. Dex
Crispy
saves.
tenders.
Tevor fails.
Dex
But
save.
Tavorn.
Yep.
Oh.
16
No.
succeeds.
16.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh,
It doesn't
You know,
matter.
the unsteadiness is
Sarah
actually
said no
helping.
help.
Okay, 12 damage or half if you succeeded. So Tevor takes 12 and he is looking quite crispy. And both of you take 6.
Okay, well, I'm out.
Mungo is down.
Mungo down.
Mungo down.
Mungo down. But he gave you all his
Um,
bardic inspiration before he passed.
On Tevor's turn, he will reach down, touch Mungo, heal you for 6.
Woohoo!
You're still on the ground, but he reaches down and he says like it's a prayer to one of the Amaranthine, and you feel like a nice coolness settle into your burns.
I said I would come back Mungo the White, and that's exactly what I set myself up for.
Back from the dead.
Can I take a bonus action or a free action to communicate with this bird folk and tell them to get to the cover of the forest?
Tell them to get their ass over here and help us.
Help us fight this thing!
If they can fight, fight. If not, flee, is what I'll say.
Yep.
Then I will attack with my short bow again. 17 is much better this time.
Yeah, 17 hits.
So, sneak attack plus the short bow is 12 damage.
Nice.
And, well,
Where do you shoot the snake?
in one of the gouts of flame that, has cracked open where its back is splitting, and it, arrow just, lodges straight into that.
Perfect. The arrow lodges in there, and I guess it does more damage than you expected. Because the arrow kind of lodges in, and you can see like a spout of fire slash like a I don't know, magma-ish, like viscous fire liquid comes spewing out. And the snake kind of like writhes around, and some of you get like bonked around by it. It's writhing. As it passes from this world.
Whew.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh! Thank goodness. I was scared.
Yeah, I thought the bonking was gonna be.
I
Oh
thought
god.
the bonking was an attack.
Yep.
Well, all in a day's work. I knew we had it in us.
We were bonked right out of there.
Yeah, Mungo was bonked right out, bonked right back in. Tevor was like, "Get back in the ring."
Yeah, Tibor was like,
Back in there, boys.
It's not over yet.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, that was scary.
That was scary.
I
Tevor
suppose.
takes
Was
a few
scary.
steps back from this.
Good
and,
job,
like,
Tevor.
sits down in the ash and is breathing heavily, like putting some salves on some of his burns.
I will walk over to Tevor and ask him politely, was that the beast that you saw before? Or is this something new we've stumbled across?
Did we solve the problem, or is this like just baby snake to the mama snake?
He says he think this was it. Like it came out of the ash. He didn't really see it, but it was like dark and fiery and like swallowed his friends and then left and buried. Like it has to be. He's very confident.
Okay.
I'm gonna be passing out some like trail rations. They're good magical trail ration. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna take a look at this thing. Does it seem natural?
Make a nature check.
Do I still have bardic inspiration? I do. Oh,
Well, you don't need it.
No, it is a monstrosity.
Oh. Freak.
This is Sean, Sarah, Tevor.
We add 6.
That's how many hit points you get, yeah.
I don't know why my marker's not changing.
It is.
There we
It
go.
is?
Change.
Okay.
Well, this is not natural. This is a monstrosity if I've ever seen one. Have I ever seen anything like this in the Torch Grove? Have I
Roll
even ever
d6.
heard anything like this?
No.
I've never even heard of something like this. I've never seen anything like this. I've never even heard of anything like this.
Well, could it be the first of its kind? I mean,
That's an
I
alarming
stick
thought.
to the forest, but
Speaking of the forest, hey, you! What you
Yeah.
doing over there? Get over here.
Hey, you! hey, come over here.
They join you. They're a Gallus that looks like a prairie chicken.
Oh, a Gallus!
a
What the hell are you doing over
Gallus.
there?
Oh, you!
Oh,
Do
hello!
we know you?
It's Joni from down the road.
Or he looks over at Rutherford and is like, "Oh, it's a Gallus, I see."
It's a Gallus.
Let's have a look at you then.
This
What's your name,
Gallus
son?
this Gallus comes over. She's still limping. But her name's gonna be Ophelia.
Oh, Ophelia! Will you take
Ophelia.
this? I'll give her a good berry.
Hmm?
Eat that right up, it'll make you feel so much better.
She does eat that right up.
Not tip-top shape, but a little better.
Yeah, a little better. She's like, thank you so much. Like, thanks for saving me. The snake was about to eat me, and then I guess your footsteps distracted it. But
We're
I
very
lost
What are
the
you
good
doing
at
out
that.
here, Ophelia?
Always
well,
at
I
your
was out here
service.
with my squad doing, as we do,
Your
What is
squad?
that? What is as you do exactly?
moving the ash in and protecting the trees and healing the
Moving it
fire.
to and fro.
Yeah.
Just two. Oh, great! I'm pouring a tea and I'm like giving it out to everybody while we're having this talk.
Are you a tender by any chance?
I am a tender, and she pulls out. On her pack, she has like a little portable stool, and she pulls it out, extends it, and sits down next to where the tea's being made.
We're a couple of tenders here as well. Do you know this one?
This is
Tavor?
Tavor?
Yeah, I mean, I know Tavor through knowing Havel.
He's a pretty good bodyguard.
Yeah?
He guarded this one's body. She was just a body.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a
buddy.
minute. There's a minute there where I saw the light.
And that light was Tavor.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about like how the snake appeared and things like that. This is the first time this has happened to you, Ophelia.
To me, yeah. We had heard to be careful because the other squad had been taken out by some mysterious force, but I thought I was far enough north, and I guess I wasn't. But we were out here and doing our thing, and the rest of my squad just got kind of, I don't know. It
Oh, we're all friends
surfaced
here.
and burned and eaten, yeah, and horrible.
Horrible, horrible.
And I
And you-
just kind of stood still, and thought maybe if I don't move, it won't be able to sense me, and that worked. But then I was stuck in the ash, not moving and not able to get water or food, and I had to move at some point.
Oh, you hear that, Tavor? When you froze in fright last time, that actually saved you.
Wow, I'm glad my instincts are good.
Yeah, such a good one.
Great.
Well, Ophelia, that thing's taken care of. You don't think we have to deal with any more, do ya?
I haven't seen any more. I just saw the one, but
Did it by chance monologue at you before we killed it?
yes, awfully. It went.
Oh, I didn't say. Oh, I was summoned by
No.
so and so. Oh,
now that it's dead, I bet you could finish doing the thing that you do to put back the ash.
Oh, that's right. You could just.
You'd
push
be
the ash
perfectly
around.
safe with us. Yeah, you might as well finish up the job.
I
That's
mean,
it.
the job is never finished, but she's like, if you really want to see how the tenders work, and then she goes
Yes,
over and
yes.
she like,
Oh, we've got a young apprentice tender right over here.
Yeah, we're just gonna see your technique. You know, tenders do things so differently.
she goes to the edge of the forest / ash plain, and starts like casting gust of wind, and she just like
Oh, that's
pushes the
technique.
ash and cinders away from the forest. That's it.
Wow. Is it making any meaningful progress?
Sure. I mean,
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know.
You can just do that all day long. Wow.
Applaud. It
What a
takes time
servant
for.
of the forest.
Yeah, what? Yeah, and one of our very own Gallus.
Oh, making us proud.
God, just the salt of the earth she is. Yeah. What's the body of the snake doing? Is it like
It's laying
disintegrating
there.
into
No,
ash? Nope, it's not like.
it's just there. It's hot. I think the no ash isn't sand. It would be cool
Is
if it
a
was
true
sand
fact.
and the sand was like
melted.
glassifying around
Yeah,
it.
that would
No.
be cool. Next time we'll get sand.
We'll find him in a desert. Rutherford would like to find a nearby high point and
Okay.
just survey the area, see if there's any more motion under the dunes that look like they would be snakes, or if there's any ember bats closing in on the sounds of a fight or anything like that.
Okay,
While
make a
all of this
perception.
initial conversation is happening. 6.
Very good. No, I mean I think the area, the Scorched Grove in general. I don't know if you've been here very much in your life. Probably not.
No.
But it is more well lit than you would expect for the place that it is. But like the ground kind of has a passive glow, and then you see like the ember bats are flying around, and there's some other like, I don't know, larger fiery things in the distance. But and you can see them because they light up, which is helpful for perceiving what is happening. But you don't see anything in your immediate vicinity that's like fiery and headed towards you.
Okay, I'll call that safe.
Great. I mean, I feel like it's almost certain this is not.
Feels
The
more like
end.
the beginning than the end.
This is not the end. But we could camp out, I don't know, by the trees, in the edge of the trees, and that way nothing can surprise us from under the ash.
Yeah, I think definitely, I think Ori's like really watching the snake and it's trying to think about like what. I mean, I guess we don't know much about the Scorched Grove or what causes it.
Is it like
So-
any of your has any of this like matched with what your dreams
It's a
have
good
been?
question. I don't think so. But should I roll a dice,
I
Abby?
think you should.
What's the question?
She was distracted.
I feel so
Does
loved.
this match any of my dreams or like
Okay,
visions?
yes. No. It does
No,
not.
Yeah.
But
This
as
specific
you
creature
kind of,
does
like,
not.
You start. No, it doesn't. You are looking at the snake. Its dead body. Laying in front of you. And Rutherford comes back from looking out onto the area. Rutherford is pretty casual about it, like walking back. And you all are joined together and you start like dissociating, thinking about your dreams and looking at this ash snake. And then as you're looking at it, you swear it moves.
Yeah. Or he's like, gets Zax. He's like, what? Did you see it? Did it move?
And as Ori says this to you all, like you look at the snake, and the snake is still, and then you swear it moves. And the earth starts like rumbling, and the snake's body like moves with the earth. And as the earthquake intensifies, you all are trying to like catch yourself on your feet. And all around you, you see these snakes start like erupting through massive mounds of ash, and they're just surround you. They rear up and start hissing. They like big snakes.
No, they're not the baby
Snakes.
snakes.
There's
They're
like
not-
dozens of them, just like
Really?
everywhere around you, creating an earthquake.
This
and-
this sounds good.
That's really
Hey,
good.
Denver, let's go.
Every time to shine as a bodyguard.
And
Please
as
guard
these
my dead
snakes
body.
encircle you, the earthquake that they are creating, like, imagine there's the like deep rumble of an earthquake, and then imagine on top of that there is a deeper, like, more powerful rumble, like layered on top of that. So that starts happening, and then the snakes like seem like they're kind of off.
You too? You as well?
Oh, it's not you. Oh, okay. All right.
You don't like that either.
And then another more powerful tremor shakes even those snakes, and so you all are like being like tossed around on the ground basically.
When
And the
we
snake
said popcorn, we did not realize exactly how true that was.
and the snakes start fleeing. The snakes leave, they go south. They bury into the ash and they leave you all alone with the deeper rumble. So the snake earthquake stops, but the deeper tremors continue to gain in momentum and intensity. And to the north, miles away, but you can see because everything's flat, something fucking enormous rises from a bed of cinders. It's first like a hillside, then a small mountain, and then it releases a plume of ash that blocks the moon. And as the dust clouds settle, you see a huge creature made of craggy black rock and pulsing orange magma. It bellows a guttural sound unlike anything you've ever heard and begins to march toward your position.
Okay,
That's all
time to
that
go.
happens.
Okay,
That's
time
all.
out.
Ori grabs Tevor and the other tender and is Ophelia and is like, let's go.
One big Gallus over there.
Snake quake.
Maybe
And
it's
now
just
this.
coming over, said I got rid of those snakes for you. Thank you for getting rid
Oh
of this
yeah,
one
you know
snake.
those snakes were bothering me.
Ori's
What is
not
it?
even listening. He's literally running
Yeah.
Is it walking?
Running to where?
Is it walking toward
into
us
the
menacingly?
forest.
It's walking towards you, and it says this describes its very being thrumming with rage. So,
Oh.
Menacingly. Okay, it doesn't want to talk. Let's go.
Quick exit.
Yes.
On the way out, Rutherford would like to grab a tooth from the snake corpse in front of us,
Mhm.
rip out like one of the big ends, cut it out if I have to, and then keep running.
I'm going to. This is dumb. Uncle Mungojerry, lead me! And then I'm going to grab onto your back, and then
Yep.
you can help guide me through this forest as we run away. And I'm gonna do elevated sight so I can keep an eye on it.
Oh. Okay, great. Sure, of course. Double the Gallus, double the
Yeah.
fun.
Like, make a perception check. I'll have you each describe how you're like escaping, and then make a check. And your perception check can be your check.
Let's see. I mean, Ori is just running as quickly as possible. He is a bird of the forest, though, and knows his way. I think he's also sort of just manhandling his way through, like just like linebacker, like shoulder down, like there's brush or whatever. He's got the other two dragging them behind him, and he's just like barreling through underbrush, you know, narrowly avoiding tree trunks that he can't make it through, but he doesn't really, he's not caring about finesse right now. It's more about speed and making it far away.
Yeah. Make an athletics check.
So good.
What?
These two others slowing me down.
Okay. I think the first one, and then there's okay, great.
I feel like Mungojerry has like gone into aerodynamic Gallus mode, like you know where birds have like their chickens have their necks like far into the front and they're like speeding away. He's in that position, and he's using the skill of find another path, so he can always recall the terrain. So he's like nimbly dodging through the terrain, and it also says I can find a shelter in the wood. That's a safe shelter for me and 5 other creatures. So I
Nice.
would like to do that.
Let's do an acrobatics check now, and then your second check can be for shelter.
Acrobatics. Perfect. I think back to my days on the stage with Clotilde, like back when we were in the traveling troupe that we were in, and she juggled and I would do acrobatics, and I draw upon those skills to let me leap like
you
a
can
feather.
have advantage too because you have a skill.
Okay, and I leap like a feather through the forest.
Oh, you guide your
16, nice.
nephew.
Well, I
Very
guide my
good.
nephew.
Bohuckle is giving you instructions like,
Oh, it's coming up behind us! Oh, pretty fast!
It's still behind us!
Yeah, I'm just telling you to go faster. That's all.
Yeah, you're just encouraging me in
Trying to
many
be helpful,
ways.
but it's so big. It's on the left and the right, so really just forward.
And above us.
And yeah.
Great. And the-
Rutherford. Oh,
Oh.
go ahead.
Did you want me to do the other check for shelter?
No, do it. We'll do it. All in the
So, is Bohuckle like observing the monster and trying to learn about it, or like scouting the area and trying to keep people safe?
It's a 360-degree field of vision, so I can do both.
It's okay. Well, then I guess Rutherford will run. And I think that since he has the what is it called? Bandit routes feature. Everybody is kind of like running along the main forest route, but I am taking the most direct way away from it. So I'm cutting through woods that other people wouldn't know to cut through. So I've like kind of semi-separated from the group to maintain a straight line.
What? Do you want survival? Is survival good for you?
That's fine. Or I can do, acrobatics or investigation or persuasion if you want.
You persuade the trees out of the way.
Okay. No, that's okay. So, Rutherford, I guess, Mungojerry and Bohuckle are moving the fastest, partially because they have a 360 VR goggles on the situation. And partially because Mungojerry is really good at finding a path. I think Rutherford, you are taking the most direct path away from it, but that does not end up being the easiest. So you get slowed down a little bit. And then Ori, Tevor gets caught up. And you like stop to help him get like maybe he trips or something. You stop and help him like get ahead, and that puts you behind too. Sarah, for Mungojerry's finding a shelter, you can roll survival or perception with advantage.
I would like to choose. Oh, they're exactly the same. For some reason, perception feels better though, so we're gonna go with that. And the fact that I have, my eagle eyes in the sky there to help me. So yeah, I feel like I probably remember having seen, maybe just like a really kind of cleft in a tree, in a really big tree, and that's kind of like where I'm going for, and I know we'll all fit in it. Oh
no!
Oh no!
At least it's an 8, not a 5. Yeah. Okay, Bohuckle. You want to continue perceiving?
Yeah, I want to study it and see if I can discern. Is it like chasing us based off of noise? Is it like can still see us? Like, is there a way we can try and trick it? So either like perception or insight, I'd imagine.
Okay. Yep. Either of those is fine.
Right?
Okay.
God. 8.
We're rolling so good.
Yeah, so good. It is not easy to tell why it's chasing you. It is chasing you though.
Just rage incarnate.
Yep. Okay, Ori, are you keeping running? You want to continue athletics?
Yeah. I mean, I'm keeping running. I guess. I'm trying to think. Really, I want the other two to get in ahead. I also would like to observe it, but I don't think I have time because Tevor is slowing me down. So I'll just keep running with them ahead of. There we go. I dig deep and I say, Tevor, we don't have time for this. And I just like fireman carry him hoist him over my shoulder. Ophelia seems to be doing okay, I guess.
Yeah.
And
he's
I'm
doing
just
fine.
like, it's time to go. And I also am slightly faster than everyone else, I think. I'm a swift Strig,
Nice.
so get my swiftness back.
Catch up with everybody. Rutherford, you continue acrobaticsing through.
Yeah, dipping and dodging through the trees. I think kind of as time goes on, I end up getting like further and further away from the group and off the main path.
16 is good. Okay, perfect. I think Bohuckle, as you still are watching it, and you can feel it like your Mungojerry is pulling you through the woods. It starts like reaching into the ash and grabbing like handfuls of magma and chucking them into the forest. And you can see these like almost hit Ori as he like potato sacks Tavor and like is sprinting out of there. You all would have been in harm's way from these if you had been any slower. And you can see it like it's chucking these into the forest, and the forest you can see trees starting to like catch fire from the magma that's being thrown in. But as you keep running, it seems like it stops gaining momentum for whatever reason. And
Did it enter the forest or did it
No.
stay? Okay. But it's still okay.
But it's still out there.
Was it chucking things in our direction? Like it seems like
Yeah.
the throwing was definitely at us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it stopped pursuing us at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
It slows and like is still throwing things, but less frequently, and then eventually it just stops.
Well, I had an idea if it was still attacking us, but now that it's stopped attacking us, I feel like I should do what I thought I was gonna do.
I don't think we should antagonize it.
Stay here. You're probably right. I mean, usually we could take him, but maybe
just
we've
not
we've
today.
got two
Yeah.
civilians to worry about.
I know this is Tever's goal, so I don't want to deprive him of that. So,
Yeah, we should
we
let the
won't
bodyguard have
kill
a
him
time to
today,
shine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
All right.
So he's
Hell
not. Come on.
Okay, Ori, are we out of danger? Do we know we're out of danger? I think Ori's still very in survival mode. He's like, what are you talking about? We need to get as far away from that as possible.
Yes, but we can go slower and quieter now. Stop pursuing us. It almost got you with the big rock, but it also stopped.
The key word is almost, so I'll pretend it didn't happen at all.
What happened to Rutherford?
What happened to
Who
Ophelia?
knows?
Ophelia was.
She's fine. She was in
Okay.
front of me.
Tever, that's you! I'm like looking at Tever upside down on you.
I dropped Tever on the ground.
No, you drop him on his head like backwards on your back. He just lays there.
Take a rest,
Like,
everyone. Gather your wits. Okay, I go over to Bohuckle. What?
I just wanted you to stop running. You're making a big noise.
Yeah, there was something making a bigger noise behind us.
Well, let's stop making a bigger noise. It seems to.
It hasn't
The-
entered the forest, so I think we're safe as long as it doesn't chuck anything at us.
Well, that's a wishful thinking, but I guess it makes sense. If that thing has been inside the Scorched Grove the entire time, I'm surprised it hasn't gone all the way to Alderheart.
Maybe it
Well, can
can't
we-
leave the Scorched Grove.
Maybe it can.
It was very angry. I don't know why it would have stopped chasing us if it could.
That's true. So I mean, I feel like there
Beyond
must
me.
be people must know about this. I mean, it
It's
can't have
giant.
just.
There's no way.
Yeah,
I've seen
It can't
before.
be hiding for all these years. I mean, somebody
Hey.
has to have some sort of clue.
You two down there. You ever seen anything like this?
No. Me neither.
In all your years of shoveling ash, you've never.
Well, no
once
one's
got
seen a serpent before, much less probably killed one, so we're the
what
first.
was that about with those little serpents? Oh my god! I
I'm
thought we were in
also
so much
pretending that
danger.
didn't happen.
But they seem scared of it, which I don't know if that's better or worse.
Worse.
At least
They
there's not a
can't.
unified front of the Scorched Grove.
That's true. They haven't banded together in an alliance.
Well, maybe diplomacy. We can get them against each other.
Form a snake alliance and then betray them.
Oh, lead them to
betrayal.
their doom. Pit our enemies against each other. I mean, Trevor, you don't know anybody who'd know anything about this. You're supposed to be the experts. Who knows the Scorched Grove better than you?
Me?
Yes.
You!
I don't know about this big thing.
Are there any ancient tender? Any who are the oldest tenders? The storytellers, the historians.
Bring us the edge.
Not the fresh, juicy young tenders, but the
All in with the
ancient,
tenders.
the wizened and the old.
I want the ones that have been sitting under the heat lamp since 10 a.m.
The crusty and dry.
with no honey mustard.
Nary a wick of moisture.
Protein only.
Who has been around the longest? Who's heard stories from the ancient tales?
I mean, we don't. The tenders, people tend to retire pretty early. It's dangerous work, and
Well, it's danger. Obviously, it's dangerous work. Give us the retirees.
we could find some retiree tenders.
I think we're gonna need a lot more than 25 gold as a reward for that.
Yes, we will. And we're gonna
We'd
need
have
a
to
lot
pay.
of help.
I don't know. I mean,
You know,
I don't even think
should
we
we
could
call up
kill.
our favorite hedge witch? She is dabbling in portents these days.
what is her
And
name?
summoning demons. Maybe that's her fault.
She's too cute to have summoned that. I mean, I think that's a little beyond her.
Susan of the Swamp
Susan of the Swamp,
knows no limits.
Susan of the City now.
Or Susan of the Scorched Grove.
Oh, or Susan of the.
Exactly.
Have we been
That's her
betrayed this whole
illicit
time?
past. Well, at the very least, we're gonna have to rest for the night, and eventually find Rutherford.
It's true.
Yeah, I think Rutherford makes his way back to the group in relatively short order. You hear him calling out and trying to like reorient people.
Isn't it like 3 crickets or something like that? We had a call.
Something
did?
like that. We did, yeah.
Wow. There you go.
3 jaguar calls at midnight. That's how we communicate with each other.
It's like a Magic Treehouse title.
Only, only at midnight, though.
Great. Well, yeah, we should rest. I mean, tea can get me through a lot, but I think only sleep is the cure for that monstrosity we just saw.
I think we summoned it when we killed that snake.
I don't know.
Or it woke it up somehow.
Maybe
It seems the snakes didn't really care about it.
How many snakes were surrounding us?
Dozens.
A dozen?
Dozens.
Like 24?
Yeah.
What if there were 25 snakes and they had an ancient pact to keep that thing sealed in the grove, and we killed one of them, and now it broke free?
No, I think that thing's been popping up.
Well, anything's possible, but it was still killing tenders, so we've got to stop them.
What if it's 1-to-1 and we kill another snake and we get another one of those?
I mean, that seems unlikely.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the dreams again. Is that what was in your
Yeah,
dreams?
Mr. Dream. Mr. Dream Man, did you ever dream of that?
No, I did not ever dream of that specifically.
Well, because you could
Okay,
try
they're
to
not
next time.
always that explicit.
I think maybe you should ask before you go to sleep tonight and see if you get any information.
Well, I'll just say a prayer and we'll see if anything
Oh,
happens. But I don't have any control over it, so
I should make him some of that dream tea.
Dream tea. Yeah, well, I'll help you with that. It's an old Gallus recipe. It's
It's got a lot
short.
of mushrooms in it.
It's, yeah, you know, the more mushrooms, the better.
what kind of mushrooms?
Just one.
You'll feel light and better.
I think I'll refrain from tea tonight.
Okay, you all rest safely.
Thank God.
You make your way back to Alderheart in a couple days, and that is also safe
Somehow.
somehow.
No
We make
fiery
our way
birds.
By that grave.
Yeah,
and
we
it's
check
still
on the
fine.
birds.
Yeah, you check on the grave; it's doing fine.
Perfect.
Just change out the bluebells real quick. Like, so they're
Just to be
fresh.
safe.
Just fresh bluebells.
Buy ourselves a couple extra days of no ghosts.
Perfect. And when you get back to Alderheart, there is like an entourage waiting for you.
Yeah, there better damn well
Yeah.
be an entourage.
And they're better being on for
Oh, we
us.
got some bad news for all of you. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of time.
Did Ophelia come with us all the way?
And she joins for like the entourage consists of, I think. Well, no, Bitta wouldn't be there, but it's some council members, and then Bitta shows up at some point, and then they take you to the like entire council, and they are
This is a warm
inquiring.
welcome.
Yeah, they're inquiring. Like one enthusiastic. Let's see, what are they? Does the council just have birds? Not anymore. An enthusiastic servant who is new to the council asks you about like, oh, did you feel the earthquake? Like, do you have information? Blah blah blah. And then somebody like quiets him, and they're like, we'll save it for when everybody can hear the story. Like, whatever. And then they take you to the whole council, and they ask you the same thing. They're like, we felt and heard something huge happening to the west. Did you have anything to do with that? / did you see it?
Well, we also felt
Oh.
and heard something huge.
Well,
and we may
Alderheart.
have seen it.
We have good news and we have bad news. Good news is there's one less lava snake.
The bad news is it might have been an ancient guardian of keeping some terrible evil inside.
Now's not the time, Bohuckle, for things that we are not definitively sure of.
Oh, well, it's safe to say that we experienced the earthquake firsthand. And there were actually 2 earthquakes to be precise.
No, there was one earthquake from the snakes that were doing this.
Snake-quake.
There was a small snake quake and a much larger, angry earthquake.
Yeah, I think that it's safe to say we have an
Ashquake?
angry. There's like a fire giant kind of thing happening.
Yeah. What was
In
its
there.
general form, would you say?
Is this like a
was
magma
like a mountain. It was
Magma
just a mountain.
Angry person.
I think we just saw a
magma
volcano,
mountain.
actually.
A sentient volcano?
Yes, that's about right.
So anyway, I think we're gonna need a little more than
Huge.
25 gold.
Huge, huge, enormous.
I think we have bigger problems
Mm.
than we've ever realized.
And just so you know, there is a snake infestation
Oh,
happening too.
But that is not the big problem. It is a big problem, but not the.
But
big
I would say
problem.
all tenders need to stay away from the Scorched Grove.
It
It is
has
not
a-
safe.
particular affinity to those little crispy ones.
Just the little chicky tenders.
It just can't get enough.
Those little nuggets. Yeah, so, if there were any experts on elemental gods or anything like that, that would be
Yeah.
quite nice.
Volcanologists, massive,
Yes.
massive.
Seismologists.
Yeah, truly.
I know
One-
slimes are studied often at the academy, but what about, bigger things?
One elderly looking council member raises her hand and Bitta motions for her to speak. She's like, well, I did once hear a tale my great grandma told me about an elemental creature of great size and power, and it was called an aspect of fire. Does that sound right?
If I had
As
to
close
assign a
as
name,
possible.
Doesn't sound wrong.
She says, "Oh, I hope that is not true. I hope that you are mistaken."
We
wouldn't
probably
make you
aren't.
say that.
We would love
then-
to take you over there to find out.
And then another council member raises his hand, and Bitta motions for him to speak. He's like, well, the first rule of battle is know thine enemy. And you know who has the most information? Avium.
Exactly. That's what we. I
sounds
think we've
like we need
requested
to
their
talk
help
to the
several
avium.
times.
We've really wanted them to be involved.
They seem to be ignoring our calls.
I don't know if they're still there. Have you seen them recently?
I have not seen them recently, but it would be good for you to go check.
But what if we get there and they're just planning ahead?
And to come back and tell us, and then we will all cry.
Yeah, you don't have anything. Yeah, you can't command them to tell us or anything like that. That might be
Yeah.
handy if we had the seal that's like, do what we say. This is an emergency.
We've really only met one of them, and we ended up killing him after he tried to kill a whole town. So
Well,
not.
No, we met the
no,
slime
we
girl.
met two.
We met two.
Oh.
Out
Three.
Of the two.
Susan
yeah,
was
yeah.
from the avium.
Susan, also
Wait,
the
oh, yeah.
governor, the old mayor that we ousted, I think, also from the
Okay, so really we're half and half for good and bad with the avium. So I think we need a little backup here.
Okay. They will. Bitta is like, yes, we will give you special requisition to aid in fulfilling your quest to stop this creature or learn about this creature. We will give you a stamp with the Alderheart seal so that the avium listens to you. And that's all we will give you, but that should help.
Hey, you're always so just shy of generous. You never. It's never too much. The things you give us.
No one would ever say that about you. You never give too much.
Just gives the bare minimum. That's the only. That's all she ever does.
And so she creates these documents for you. She writes you a requisition worth 500 gold pieces for equipment from any shop in the city.
Is that each?
No.
One would never say that you've given too much.
It was a large mountain. I don't know if it's 500 gold mountain. It's
I don't even think
Probably.
any of the weapons in the shop would hurt that
Are
mountain.
available. Yeah.
Would do anything to that
do
weapon.
you have a big cork? Just like the biggest cork you have ever seen. We'd probably take that.
Stop up the mountain.
Just plug it right up.
Not
Don't
today.
listen to him. Yeah, maybe work on some plan Bs while we're gone. Maybe think of some ways to innovate in the realm of armory.
Just pick up the whole thing. You
Any
could move it somewhere
magical,
else.
any mythical items,
Historic mythical items.
any references to there is this blade of fire quenching from a millennia ago.
Mm-mm.
About a
Priests of the
frost
ocean
blade.
gods.
Any
No.
any
Wow.
swords made of ice?
No.
You know what? I really
Wrong
st-
campaign.
I really stand by my assessment of you, Bitta. She's very much like you're on your own.
She only ever gives you a bitter, never a lot.
She really wants you to stand on your own two talents.
She doesn't want you to be relying on Alderheart to solve all your problems.
Pull yourselves up by your
Solving
bootstraps.
Alderheart's problems for them.
So all of the council people that you get these like 2 documents, and there's not it's like not that fancy, and that's all they have, and she like writes them to you, and then she gives them to you, and there's like no fuss about it. And then the tenders come in, and they like sweep you away to a tender ceremony.
Oh, it's time for your scarf.
Tavor is promoted to what is he promoted to? The next thing, which is it's called like summer bud or something like that.
You saved that chicken's life.
They've got so many ranks. This is
They
unnecessary.
have too many ranks.
Why so many ranks?
Why so many ranks? Oh,
This
summer
is
blossom.
what I was trying to split the difference by being a
You
sapling
get
at the.
promoted from sapling to summer blossom,
Wow.
and Ori gets promoted from seedling to sproutling. And they say they can't promote you. Havel pulls you aside, and is like, "I know that you are qualified to be a sapling, but we can't promote you to sapling just yet. When you come back from this next one,
You'll get another level up.
Thanks. Okay, thank you for recognizing
If
that.
you come
Havel.
back.
There's the public image of promoting someone, like skipping one. It
Too
would
fast.
be-
It would be nepotism. You're right.
Yeah.
You can't have a field promotion.
It's not like I'm just the hero of multiple situations now, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Havel, I want to run something by you. Come over here. Uncle Mungojerry and I have been working on a little something for
Oh
you.
yes. Oh yeah. It's been much on our
Havel?
minds.
Havel.
Okay, yeah.
He's in charge of everything, right?
Uh-huh.
You know that little secret song you guys sing to each other when you promote him?
No.
The song of tending.
The tender song, whatever it's called.
Calling it that now. Yeah. So we really thought that it needed some pizzazz, and for your next, society get together, you could start performing it with a little bit more zest, or what you call. So we've added a few song and dance numbers in there.
And a
but-
whole cast of characters that the
Yes,
audience would just fall in love
Yes,
with.
yeah, you need somebody to relate to instead of just reciting kind of.
And the
some
villain.
boring
Oh,
one.
the
A
villain is
villain.
so complex.
Yes.
They really have a whole arc that, you will just, the
Oh, you're gonna
15th
cry?
act will really get you going.
So we're going to sing and
Somebody
dance.
roll persuasion with advantage.
I will. It's it'll really bring the spirit of everybody together. Bring get that fighting spirit and really solidify the identity of the tenders and unite them in this time of need. 25.
Mhm. Yeah, you get him behind the cause.
Yes.
He says that
Great.
the next tender reunion is coming up.
You need an activity.
He's like, get me a script. We'll
No, I'll put
cast-
stage directions in there for you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
And it rhymes now, just so you know. It'll be easier to remember that way. Oh.
Very good. Yeah,
There's a section that's done in the round.
This sounds great. There's something to be said for tradition, so we'll keep that too. But I think this will really jazz it up.
Yes, it'll be a fun activity for everybody.
Then Tavor comes in. He has a helmet, and he comes over and he pulls a feather out of his bag. And then it matches Hovel, one of Hovel's feathers, and he sticks the feather in the top of the hat, so it's like a little feather hat.
Weird.
And he brings it over to Ori because I think he thinks Ori is the person who would wear a helmet the most. And he's like, "This is from the tenders. Thank you for your service."
Thank you very much, Ever. That's very sweet, very kind of you. I will cherish this forever. And he'll gently place it in his backpack.
Here's the hat.
Oh.
Cute.
Wow.
And
Oh,
that's
it's a
Gallus
wondrous
hat.
item?
Look at
Rare?
that.
Okay, I will cherish this forever. Did you say it's the Corvum version?
No, it's the Gallus version.
That's the Gallus. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Holy
I'm
hackaroony.
a
Well, I'm
certified I'm a certified cleric now.
And I don't think it's any armor type, so anybody could wear it, but it does look like a plate mail helmet.
Nice. Yeah, it does. What am I wearing? A chain shirt.
That's not even on your head. You got a whole extra space up there for stuff.
Exactly. I guess I could throw this on my head.
Geared
Okay.
up. I think the best
Cool.
reward is that you get to level 4.
Whoa!
Oh,
Amazing.
holy mackerel.
We love a level 4.
We love a level 4. I'll make a whole new character sheet.
Just do it right. Don't break it.
Abby's like, please no.
Please.
I don't want to do that
Yeah.
again.
I don't
No,
want
we'll
to
do
it.
leveling off screen, but if people pick up fun feats, we'll make sure to cover that next
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Didn't even think
Um,
about feats.
Yeah,
Can I
it's
take
an
this?
option.
It's a homebrew feat I just read. It lets you eliminate any volcanoes in a 50-mile radius once a day on a short
So-
rest.
Advantage on all, super advantage, quantum advantage
On
on
mountains.
Elements
versus,
of fire.
versus volcanoes.
Aspects of fire, or whatever it was.
Perfect. So that is where we will leave it. And I think you all will head to the AVM next time, which will be very fun. And I have a
Oh,
lot of
Well,
NPCs
I
to
hope the
learn.
AVM ready for us.
Yeah,
They're not.
that's true.
They're
They're not.
absolutely not.
I can tell you that right now. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Sorry for the extended delay in episodes, but hopefully we will be back. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx us.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Theoretically, we will be back next week, same time, same place, for more fun. See you then.
Oh, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.